So I'll start with you, Maria, and you told us some things already about the project that you're doing, but I'm really curious about, you've been here 3 weeks? 2 weeks. Okay, so is there a sort of a development of how you were working here that you felt has really made a difference in what you've come up with at the end, sort of the steps that you took here to...
Yes, I came with the idea very clear of what I want to make. I never worked with some so big, so I wanted to do a very big crack. So I also was excited about using the earth of here, the clay from here, so talking about this territory. And then it came up with the combination of ideas of other artists to add some different types of clays that I think that made it better, because it's talking too about the mix of cultures, of the mix of countries and different things. But the way I work is the same that I work there, and also in the paintings I make what I was doing, but changing a little bit, develop a little bit the thematic.
I'm also curious about your rhythm of working here. You know, did you work in the mornings? Did you work short times? How did you organize your time at work?
Yeah, making the crack is very it's a work that is very repetitive, so it's you get tired and your eyes like don't see anymore.
Because the shapes are all the same.
Yes, are all the same, and so I work like 3 hours a day doing the cracks, 3 or 4 hours. In the afternoon, that perhaps I'm not so awake. Perhaps in the morning I can create more. So I'm doing the drawings and I'm doing the paintings or things like that. And then the other is like a project plan. So you know that you have that shape and you have to cut a lot of triangles and you put it and you you go.
I remember a day I met you and you were on the couch and you said, I'm just not working today. And I wondered if you found that like there was a rhythm of rest or rhythm of letting yourself just be here that then added to your work or helped you with your work, or...
I think that that day especially, in that moment that I didn't want to work more with the crack because I was tired and I was not painting, so I start writing, and of that I can take a brief about what I was doing there. But I'm like I need the deadlines to work. So the first week I was like, oh, so many times I can do a lot of things in this time. It's like, but then in the last week the time is going to is passing very fast. So I worked a lot the last week, like very well.
Great. Well, we should talk about the crack because some of our viewers won't know it. It was a long, very complex line of triangles that show the opening of... Describe a little bit what the crack is.
The crack is like it's an installation that is happening, that is going forward always. She also is like a broken thing, and make of parts, of different parts that make a one installation, and it represents I think a little bit the difference of thinkings, the difference, and put it now in the church. Also, it's mean that for me, like how the difference or the thinking can make us apart, and the dualities too. It's talking about dualities.
So tell us some about how your work here was influenced by being here, by this time, either at La Machina or in your life or in your work. What is this? You've been here 2 weeks or so?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yes, and actually I was planning to go somewhere else, and this was coming up very quickly, and I thought, yeah, this is the place where I have to be, obviously. So, but then I was thinking about the photos. I did make the photos mostly in Italy, but I also wanted to use photos from here. But then we had the next problem that everything was closed here in Italy, so I couldn't print any photos a lot later. But I had the same thing as Maria, that when you start, you think you're here for a long time, and then all of a sudden the time kind of goes, and you have to hurry up.
Did anything happen this week that surprised you, that somehow has been different from other times when you've worked in this way, or sort of in an intense way? Did you?
I feel that I have. I started to work a bit. I wanted to get out of what I was doing. I wanted to have more of an opening, and I think that has happened. So it is different in that I think it has more freedom of what I used to do.
So did you come to the materials in a different way, or did some thoughts influence that opening?
I had less materials to work with, and in the beginning that was a bit of frustration, but then I thought, well, this is what I have and I have to do with it. And then there was another artist who gave me very brilliant colors of pigments, and I could use that. And every little thing makes you work in a different way. So
it's interesting. You both mentioned how other artists somehow gave you material, made a suggestion. Today I was thinking, as you came to talk to me, you were giving me a very practical thing here. I was dusting over my computer with my my clay dust, and you said, Ellen, you could put saran wrap around that, and I thought, that was so helpful, and I thought, why hadn't I thought of that? So I wonder if you have that sense of how we, in both practical and in creative ways, inform each other, either in how we speak with each other or not, or just how we work together.
I think I also see each other's work. I think that it definitely kind of gives you other ideas of how you can.
Always we have to be open, I think, in this kind of residence, to see what others are doing, and to take, not only people like to take the suggestions of others in their work. In my case, I like it, and I like to see what the others see. For me, it's important to really trying to say something and that the other understand it. So when you see it and you understand, or you make a question that really matters, or they are really connected with what I'm doing, it's helped a lot about thinking about what you're doing. Or in my case, that I'm a little bit structured in the way that I plan the things, because I work in scenery and in installation, so you have an idea and you know how to do it, and then she came and say like, why you don't put the white ones? And I say like, crazy, like they are different colors, and then I put it and it works, and it was like very near, and I have the white, but I don't think about putting the white in, because they are cooked, they are white. So then, oh why? And it's mean another thing. And then when you give me the red ones, I say, oh, now I'm talking about different cultures too. I am talking about the white, the gray, the red, the earth, a lot of things. And so I start talking about other things too. It's nice.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Were we loud enough? See?